G'day folks, Bobby here, aka the Noob Carter, and we are back on track at Slideways Pimpamar for the November race event, and also to talk a little bit about karting etiquette. We are just going to start on the first race and see how we go, and then get into the discussion in a minute or so. Starting in 9th place, qualified 9th, one worse than last time. I was hoping to do one better, but unfortunately did one worse. Old mate was trying to get a bit of a head start. No, thank you, mate. So, starting 9th, have a bit of a crazy start, so let's watch it and see what happens. Green flags are up. Ready to go. Go, go, go. So I don't get a bad start here. Number 10 does though, and me slowing down gets me ram up the clacker. Bit of a push and shove and through turn 1. Turn 2, I should have covered that inside, but I didn't, unfortunately. 13 went right. Oh, and then slam. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, straight into the wall. That's not ideal. Gets me back out, but I'm now a good maybe quarter of a lap down on anyone else. So that brings me pretty quickly into our discussion for today, which is karting etiquette. Specifically starting with the first one, racing room. In the first lap, it should be expected that things are going to be pretty congested. All efforts should be made to sort of stay as clean as possible. At least this is what I think. As clean as possible and giving people room. So if you're getting past on the inside, leave room for that person, and most likely there's going to be someone following them straight behind. So you can't just cut straight crack across and slam into the next guy. I don't feel like that was appropriate. I didn't feel like it was enough to go to the stewards with, but I also feel like it was just maybe inexperience. I don't know. I don't feel like adequate racing room was left there. So essentially, racing room, I feel if racing room is left, 80-85% of all issues in karting sort of go away. If you're not squeezing people out when you're making a pass, if you're not leaving the room on the inside if you're getting past, if you're just leaving the racing room, I would say there'd be a lot less bumpers getting thrown and fights in the pits and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to have a quick talk about like slower karts and back markers specifically because of something that's coming up. So if you're a back marker or a slower car and a faster driver is coming up behind you, you kind of got two choices if you know they're coming up. One, point them through on the inside and let them sort of go in on the inside. Or two, hold your line and let them go around you, but be really consistent. Don't be like erratic. So we're just going to skip forward a little bit here and show a great example of someone leaving racing room and not being erratic and letting me get past because he's a slower driver by just staying on his line essentially. So we've caught up with this driver here from last into, I guess this would put me into 12th with 13 people. So I'm quickly making up time on him. He has seen me coming, he's looked back last lap and looks back a bit there and sees me right behind him. So he stays essentially on his line on the inside and I go around the outside. I give him a quick wave thank you because I feel like that was very courteous. I feel like he was thinking about other drivers when he did that. So that was good. If you're a back marker or a slow driver, take note, he kept his line. I was able to get around him cleanly. We left each other good racing room. Everything went perfectly. Yeah, good job, mate. So nothing really else much happens in race 1. I catch up to the other drivers a little bit, but not enough to really make anything of it. So we're going to skip to the start of race 2 and see what happened there. Alright, race 2 starting in 12th. On the outside line, if you've seen my other videos from my last race event, I had a bit of trouble starting from the outside, getting past on the inside a lot. So one of the big things I was trying to do is make sure I cover my line inside quickly. So I moved straight across to cover that line and then tried to keep out of it a little bit. Number 16 is who pushed me into the wall last time, so let's see. 16 and 12 are really having a go at it. 12 just trying to push himself up the inside there. Very hard to pass on. As hard as Chris Hemsworth's biceps, sort of hard. You know what I'm talking about? Number 12 is very pushy. I'm not a big fan of his driving. He sort of sticks his nose in when it really shouldn't be there. So that's another thing. If you're making a pass and you're the passer, and really you're not up halfway up the cart of the other person, and you're coming up to a corner and you can get out of it, get out of it. Like, you don't want to spin people out and ruin their race or get a black flag. Or if you're worried about flags, not other drivers, then worry about that rather than the other driver. But if the corner's not on, get out of it as much as you can. Also, I wanted to talk about etiquette off the track. When you're on the track, it's a solitary sport, but when you're off the track, it's very community-based, talking to people, trying to make some friends, talking to new people when they come in, make them feel welcome. That was almost a bit of a pile-up. I really had to swerve to get out of that one. Again, 12 sort of sticking his nose up. Again, not where it's really appropriate, and that makes it difficult for 16 to really react. He pushed me into the wall a little bit there, but I don't really see that as his fault. He was really pushed out of whack there. So, not a great fan of number 12's driving. 16 kind of does the same thing back. I know rentals are kind of known for this, but it's not the driving I like to see or participate in. My turn to go up the inside of 16 this time. Left him room, no pushing, no shoving, and I'm through clean. I feel like that's how it should be done. Anyway, if new guys are there, please make him feel welcome. I've been new recently. I'm a noob karter, so I was new recently, and people coming and talking to me just made everything just feel so much more comfortable and so much better about being on track with them. The more you get to know someone, the more comfortable you are with them. Hopefully they will sort of respect your racing in your racing line and racing room and all that sort of stuff more the more you know them. So be nice. Give tips to new drivers. The bigger the competition, the more fun racing will be. And again, don't start fights in the pits or throw bumpers. Just don't act like a drongo, really. That's what it comes down to. Oh, so close to going up inside of 12. Had some pace on 12, I just couldn't make anything stick because, again, I'm sort of a little bit slower in this back section here. Particularly this last corner going onto the straight. And then I have to make all that time up on turn 1, 2 and 3. It happens a bit, so I didn't really get a practice in before this race event, so I wasn't really able to try any different lines. I didn't want to mess around too much while in the race event, so I didn't really try any new lines on that last corner, but I will as I'm able to get some practice in. And the last part of the topic that I want to put on is karting etiquette online. Now, karting community can be absolutely amazing and really, really helpful, but it can also be a little bit negative and a little bit elitist. What I'm talking about is specifically from my experience as a rental karter, going on a Discord server that was for karting. I was really excited. I'd just done my first race event, got some photos from the track, and excitedly posted them up. 12 had a bit of a bad run there. Can't really do anything with it. Oof. There's one of the fast guys got spun around. That's not ideal. Yeah, I excitedly posted these pictures up on the Discord server, and all I got was negative comments about how it wasn't a real race, as it was only rental kart racing, blah 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 blah. It left a really sort of bad taste in my mouth. I left the Discord server, haven't really been back. There could be some great people on there, but the first impression I got was negativity, so I just haven't got back. And I've seen comments on Illegal Aliens Racing when he won a points championship recently, how he shouldn't bother with rental racing. It would have been taken no skill to win the points championship. I just felt that was a really rude comment. In fact, I made a comment back saying, depends on, you know, which rental league you're in. Some are very competitive. I feel the one I'm in is pretty competitive. We've got some SOTY World Championship drivers in there and some really fast guys. So I feel it does take a fair bit of skill to win a championship on within the races I do. But look, if you are looking for a great community for karting, I felt they've been really welcoming. Didn't really care that I was just in rental karting. That would be Kart Pulse. Absolutely amazing guys. Really cool forum. Check it out if you ever get a chance. I'll put a link down in the description. But that's the discussion on karting etiquette. Basically it comes down to don't be a flaming galah, don't be an idiot, don't push people when they shouldn't be pushed, try to let everyone have a good race, and leave racing room if someone else is making a pass. On a 13 they left great racing room for 12, no 12 wasn't great, and then I left racing room for him for 3. To me that's a great little battle. You know, we're both keeping it clean, we're both keeping each other out of the wall. We've still given it a red hot go. To me that was the perfect sort of racing. So hopefully we see more of it. I feel like the further you go towards the front of the pack or the front of the racing gets a little bit cleaner. So hoping to get a little bit further up the pack next time. We will see the final race of this soon. I'll post it up soon. And we'll see how it did. It's a great race, so check it out. Good battle happens in that one. So check it out, and that should be up soon. We're coming into our checkered flag here. There we go. Great race with the last couple of laps that I had with number 13 there. I feel that was a good battle. Hopefully some more of those keep coming. Anyway, that was my discussion on karting etiquette and highlights from race 1 and 2. Hope you have a great day. Noobkarter signing off.
Always looking, always searching.